coming in. Y'all know what it is. Been doing this another year. Slam I Am, what up? B Ford, Alyork Sports Show, back in the building. Superbowl show. We got a lot to talk about. Not just Super Bowl. Of course, we're going to talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. We're going to talk about the NBA state they're in right now. We're going to talk about the All-Star break. We're going to talk about how different the landscape is now in the NBA. We're going to talk about probably a lot of, Super Bowl stuff. We're going to have our predictions on what we think is going to happen in the game this Sunday in Miami, South Beach. It's going to be a hell of a game. I mean, one of the best offenses I've ever seen against a defense that just looks real good. So, hey, when the Lions are pick 'em in the Super Bowl, nobody really has a true favorite on who's going to win. That means it's going to be a good game. So we're going to talk about all that. And then you already know how it is. When Al get here, we're going to break everything down. But for now, we're just going to rock to this beat.
Let's get them, baby. Any questions?
That's it. We're ready.
What up, peoples? Thank y'all for tuning in. As always, we appreciate everybody that takes time out to tune into our show. So many things you could be doing besides tuning in to us. So many things. So we highly appreciate it for that. You know what I'm saying? And before I get started, Noah, let me turn this off real quick. I have to admit, I'm not really totally over this Kobe Bryant shit. I know it's been like 4 days, and every day we've been getting new news and more stuff, and it's just still feel like it ain't true to me. Maybe I'm just not getting it. I don't know. I'm not a real big Kobe fan, but I like Kobe, and it's just crazy. And I want to go into Kobe real fast before we go into Super Bowl and some NBA, because I think it's only right. And this might be the last time that we do Kobe, then we're going to let him set off to the sunset. You know what I'm saying? First things first, like I said, I'm still messed up 4 days later. My thing is, I didn't mention this in my 15 quickest minutes of sports, where it's one thing that they died, and we all know they died, etc. But when I really think about it, like when that copter was falling, because my wife said some shit like, she think that they didn't feel no pain, right? To me, the fact of being scared to die is pain to me. Especially for those little kids. I'm not thinking of myself, because I've been through that numerous times in the streets and all that. But the kids, the 13-year-old kids, Gianna, Adabelli's kids, I'm hoping, not that it makes a big difference, but like you said, when it hit like the mountain or something, I'm hoping that's when it just happened. Instead of them having to live the fact of waiting till that helicopter to hit the ground.
Right.
And yelling and all that other stuff. Now, I want to hear your take on what you think about what I'm saying right now.
They'll find all that out with autopsies, and they'll know how long each person. If
What's up, Gab? What's up, Michael?
Someone lasted a little bit longer than another one. When they do all the tests and all that
Right.
works. And then we'll know if it was just impact or not. Because, I remember reading about when Paul Walker died, the actor.
Right, I know that. Fast and Furious.
He was in the passenger seat, and when they hit that pole or whatever, the driver died on impact, but he was alive, while the fire is burning up in the car, and he's just sitting there. He couldn't get out. He's stuck in there, and then the shit blew up. Then he died. So of course he was suffering for a minute, and then you know what's going through your mind when it's about to go down. So they can find out when each person passed, if it happened on impact or when it hit the ground or when it blew up, whatever. So all that stuff will come to find out later on when it happens, when all the tests are done. But yeah, it is definitely unfortunate, because especially with kids involved, and when it's a situation when it could have definitely.
You just could imagine the yelling.
Yeah.
You gotta know when the thing's going down, because when I be on the plane and that turbulence just goes like that, there you can feel that.
Right. And helicopters.
Imagine a copter going dead down. You know what I'm saying? And kids in there just yelling, and Kobe probably grabbing his daughter like we all know he would. It's just, I just had to bring this up because I didn't give this insight on my last joint, but like, hopefully, you know what I'm saying. Like I said, now the family's got to grieve. Everybody's family's got to get over this, and like I said, I'm affected because I'm a sports fan to death. The other family I really don't know, but I know a lot about Kobe. I am a Kobe fan. He's not my number one player, but I got love for Kobe, and like I said, this really messed me up. Now, what I want you to tell me right now, basically, is, I mean, what's your take on that? Like you said, the autopsy, whatever. But what are you thinking? What Noah Park is thinking exactly?
I think it all could have been avoided. I mean, when you seen the fog up there, you already know it's crazy.
Right.
To even get in the copter, especially when the police copters were already saying they ain't flying in this weather. And then,
who do you think pushed the issue? Kobe and them?
I don't know. Nobody
or
knows.
The people, because
it's a Sunday morning. I mean,
I hate to make it a business thing. But if they don't take that flight, that was like 9 heads they lost money for the helicopter company. Now, I don't know if they thinking like that because they should have their money.
Will, yeah. And you know these other families going to sue probably.
Yeah, but how do you fly out? Now, they said the guy was built to fly in bad weather. But even at that, look who you got on board, dogs. Yeah. You got a $600 million man on board with kids.
Yeah, it don't make any sense. And it's a Sunday. It's not like they're trying to beat Monday morning traffic in LA.
Right.
Sunday morning traffic ain't the same. I mean, it's not the same at all. It's 70 miles away, whatever, 60 miles away. Whatever.
Right.
Couldn't hop in a car maybe an hour early to get there. To me, you know, it just...
Kobe was kind of spoiled to the helicopter thing. Yeah,
that's why...
That was what it was with him.
Practice
everything.
And that's what makes it even more unfortunate because these other families probably just trusted in him like, oh, yeah, all right, let's get in. Who's going to say no to that? If Kobe came up to you and say, hey, man, you're trying to get my copter, you going to get there? You're not going to say no.
That's what I'm saying.
You're going to ride along with it. So,
kind of like Michael Jackson, you know, with the doctor telling him to keep sticking them with that needle. You see what I'm saying? So when a force like that tries to, you know, basically have you overturn your main decision, it's hard to tell them no, knowing that you're just that replaceable. Especially where Kobe had another pilot who, I don't know if he released them or his contract was over, but that was a newer pilot within the last couple of years. Because they spoke to his actual pilot, and he was just basically saying, like, basically in a nice way, how do you fly out under those conditions? Yeah. You dig what I'm saying?
It could have been avoided. So
yeah.
That's sad about it.
So real quick, y'all, in case y'all don't know, Kobe's career numbers, 1,346 games. He averaged 25 points, 5.2 rebounds, 4.7 assists, 44.7 field goal percentage, 32.9 3-point percentage, 83.7 foul shot percentage, 18-time All-Star, 2-time scoring champ, 12-time defensive team, rookie of the year, 2 finals MVP 2007, 2008, 5-time champion, and he was a remix of Michael Jordan. And like I said, hopefully, you know, everybody can get over this, especially the family. I'm not even thinking us, like the families. When I say that, I'm thinking the families. Yo, what up? Brian Ford, what up? Brian Ford got something to say real quick.
A lot similar to the cause of Thurman, MJ. You talking about Thurman Munson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thurman Munson was also a huge tragedy.
Right.
But it didn't have the component of all the people. Like
his own plane, right? Or something.
You know what I'm saying?
It was a tragedy that should have been avoided, huh? Yep. Yeah, Thurman Munson death, that's what B4 is talking about, yeah.
Yeah, now another thing I want to bring up, I was watching a show the other day, and I heard somebody basically say, when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. I'm not a believer of that. I'm not a believer of that, because I know a lot of people that had cancer that was supposed to die, they overcame it and lived. And then you have people that should have died off a tragedy, didn't.
Right.
You had, like, for example, 50 Cent got shot 9 times, and how do you live off of that? When I know individuals who get, like Taylor from the Redskins got shot 1 time in the leg and died. Right. 50 got shot 9 times in his mouth, his face, and all that, and lived. So my point is, I don't want to hear when it's your turn to die, you're going to die. Because, and then, to me, I hate when somebody goes, yeah, but it wasn't your turn to die. That's bullshit. You get shot 9 times and a couple times in your face. That was supposed to be your time to die. Right. So I hate that saying. Please, people, I mean, y'all do what y'all want, but I can't stand that saying. And I want your take on that saying real fast.
No, I've heard that too. I've heard like fate and you know, like there's a bullet with your name on it, just waiting.
Right.
And when it happens, that was just
Big hump.
That was supposed to be your time. That's what they say. It's your time to go. And I don't know if I believe any of that stuff either, because you can avoid situations like that if you're smart and all that stuff. I never. Your destiny. It was your destiny to die on this day.
Right.
That's, to me, that's all just, you know. It's
Yeah, I don't with that. When your time to go, that doesn't apply to me, because like I said, I see people overcome that, and then what do you say? It wasn't your time. Like, come on, that's too contradictory for me. Humpty's saying that Munson was his own pilot.
Yeah, it was his own plane. It was his
So
own plane.
it's still a tragedy indeed. But like I said, Hump, when you got plus 8 other individuals and 3 of them were kids, Kobe's by far was a bigger tragedy because of the family aspect of it. Now, let's move forward. Vanessa staying with the 3 kids, lost her husband in Kobe, lost her daughter in Gianna. She's going to be straight with the bread. She's sitting on 600 meals and whatever else is coming Kobe's way. So she's going to be all right, her father's money. But mentally and emotionally, she has to be broken up in pieces, my dude. Like, did she speak out yet? I know she sent, I think, an Instagram message.
I didn't read it. Something on Instagram about how she felt, but I know it was too long to read, so I didn't read it. But I mean, I was surprised she even said anything this early, because usually you want to grieve and mourn and all that, and then become public with it. But I guess she said something yesterday. But Raul, so much your time means that when your body decides to shut down.
Yeah, I know. Raul, if you saying it from that perspective, I hear you. But when I hear it, it doesn't come out like the way you putting it out there. People just say, yo, when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. I'm not believing that. Because like I said, I seen dudes get shot up. It was supposed to be their time. They were trying to murder them, and they survived. So that doesn't apply to me. You know what I mean? It just don't apply to me.
Yeah, when Hump said Roberto Clemente when he died. Yeah,
that also was a huge tragedy.
Yep.
And the sad thing about Clemente, if I'm correct, Hump, I think they was going with a Cuba or something to help out to feed people.
Yep.
They was on a mission to feed people and a good cause. So that's what made that an extremely tragedy also. And listen, don't get it twisted. All of them are tragedy, but to different degrees because of the 9 other people or 8 other people involved with Kobe's situation. Gabrielle, she's saying she thanked everyone for their prayers. Oh, okay. Appreciate that, Gab. Basically, the wifey, thanked everybody for their prayers, etc. But she's got a long road to go, and it's just so much things. Like, are they going to sue the helicopter thing, and then they got to grieve?
The families are probably going to sue.
Oh, man, it's just so effing banana. They have to sue because, Altobelli was a baseball coach, and from my understanding, he took care of the family.
Yep.
And without him, where they at?
That bread coming from.
Yeah, where they at? You know what I'm saying? And we're going to jump to another topic. We're going to keep it with Kobe. I think they should do it. There's a lot of people disagree because I posted it. I think they should make the NBA logo Kobe Bryant. Yeah, because a lot of it, because, he passed away. I had one in Michael before, but, I just think I think this situation calls for it. That's just my opinion. Take on the question for me.
He was just saying, Michael Andrews saying it was a relief mission to Nicaragua, not Cuba.
Okay, Nicaragua. I didn't know exactly where it was, Mike. I just knew that he was doing something good for the people.
Humanitarian, right.
And that's all I knew, really. But back to Kobe. Only reason why I feel they should change the logo for him, I think is, even though Kobe's not here, but he's looking from up top, I think that'd mean everything to him if the NBA did something like that. I mean, that's just how I'm looking at it. I could be biased, but I know you disagree with me, and I understand that to a certain degree. But let them know why you disagree with me about Kobe Bryant having the logo changed to Kobe Bryant and take it off of Jerry West.
Well, not just because it's Jerry West, because there's been a lot of NBA players that died while they were in the league and when they got out, and then they didn't even talk about putting them. I mean, you're basically putting him higher like he's a god over everybody else. Second reason why is because if, God forbid, say LeBron James passed away in a tragic way, are they going to change the logo again? Because, he died tragically. You can't just keep changing every time something negative happens to it. You know, this it's a positive when the logo being Jerry West. It's been that way. They're not going to change all the retail.
Yeah, but
I'm sure they want it for money wise. They would want to change it so you can rock that logo instead of the.
Who's the one that said it should be West and only West though? Why should it just be Jerry West? I mean, Jerry West is a great individual.
Executive, all that.
Executive. I understand all that. Great player. But why should it just be Jerry West? Shouldn't it be something where I think personally, they should change the logo every 20 years for the next great and next great and next great and next great. Why just leave it Jerry West? To me, that's like suspect.
Well, no other sport has actual person. A baseball logo ain't, it's not Willie Mays.
Yeah. It's just a regular.
It's just some random.
No, but we know it's West though. That's the thing. We know it's West.
Right. And the NFL is just a shield. It's not even a player.
Right.
So
no, because they say nobody's bigger than the Shield.
Than the Shield, right? The whole.
But when you put Jerry West on it, okay, I heard a lot of people go, Kobe ain't bigger than the game, right? Now I'm gonna flip that on y'all. Is Jerry West bigger than the game? Watch them answer that in a different way, because it's always an answer for the other side. But when it's the side that you want, it's always something against that. My thing is, it should be every 20 years, whether it's Michael, even if they made it Michael. I think you should change the logo since you're gonna make it a individual player. They should have went the MLB route and the NFL route where it's not a player. The badge is what it is. Nobody's bigger than that. But when you make it Jerry West, I got issues with that, and then you ain't trying to change it. And if this doesn't call for a change, then when is it going to be changed?
It's never going to be changed.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
He was a pioneer or whatever.
Man,
that's why I don't think they'll ever change it. He was just a pioneer.
Man, he wasn't no Martin Luther King or nothing like that, dog. Like, he was just a regular basketball player.
We don't know.
He ain't do nothing great. He didn't change to, like, he ain't bring the Negroes in the league. I mean, he ain't do no crazy stuff like that where, like Jackie Robinson, who kind of the best, Negro player.
Going by your 20-year thing, then when would they have changed? In the 80s to Dominique and then
whoever's the next greatest, opinion-wise, statistic-wise, they believe me, they'll come up with an answer.
Julius Erving? And
definitely the Doc. Definitely the Doc. That's just my opinion.
I don't see it ever change, ever.
No, I don't see it either, because the way they running up top, the way them owners is running from up top, which is totally unfair. That to me, that's totally unfair. Not because they don't put Kobe. They put Michael then. Get Michael on that logo. Get the Ernest on that logo.
Yeah, I don't think
they're not, because it's suspect. So, I'm not saying what I really want to say, but they suspect.
They already said they're not doing it. So
yeah, because they gotta leave it Jerry West for whatever reason. For whatever reason, man. All right. Last but not least, we kind of covered it earlier. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to something else. I don't want to give this guy clout, so I'm not gonna give him his name. But I'm gonna bring up basically what he's implicating is that there was foul play.
No. What, Illuminati?
I don't know. Listen.
That's the only thing I heard.
I only posted because I wanted my dudes to get at this dude. Not because I was trying to give him clout. And if you read what I wrote on top of the post, I'm not buying nothing he said.
Oh, I didn't even see the post. So.
Yeah, but bottom line is, do you think there was any foul play involved?
Not when kids are involved. No, there's nobody.
No, not for nothing. Foul play a lot of time consists
right, of course.
Whoever's there, your mom's can be there.
Right, but no, there's no way. It was the only thing when I heard that topic was Illuminati was involved. That's what I heard.
Right.
So I don't know what other person said that, but I don't even. There's no way. No.
All right. Before I move on, let me. Humpty said something. Humpty. I got you, Humpty. Like you said, the person that gets shot's alive, and then the person that walks out the door and a bus hits him. Then again, Humpty, this is slippery slope. I'm not with that when your numbers call shit. You made a great point there. That's a great point, but that's not enough to drag me into a believer. But my thing is I'm just not buying that saying about when it's your time to go, it's your time to go, because I don't see that shit reversed so many times. And like you said, people get, killed for nothing. People choke on a fishbone and die. So I can see where you're saying where it makes sense for you, but I'm just not buying it. Anything else you want to add?
So my opinion, I don't think they should change it. It's iconic. Yes, it is iconic. Even though this is the greatest tragedy ever in the NBA, I explained it perfectly. If you change the logo represents something tragic. It's gonna take away from the joy and greatness of the NBA.
I said we go back to Michael.
If they do, they gotta start with MJ.
Yeah, we start with MJ. No, I think we should start with Julius.
We said put MLK on it.
Yeah, I think we should start it off with Julius and then get MJ. So it ain't gonna be 20 years apart. It might be 40 years apart, 30 years apart. And I'm saying it has to be Kobe. I would like it to be Kobe, but I will understand if it ain't Kobe. But my thing is, why does Jerry West has to stay on it? That's all I'm saying.
P4 said it was always associated with West from jump. I don't know what the logo was before him. Do you know?
Nah.
I haven't seen that.
But my thing, I just think that's not right. I really don't think that they should. If you could tell me what Jerry West did that was incredible on some Martin Luther King shit or Jackie Robinson, then I'm all with you. I'm pretty sure nobody can convince me on what he did that's so special. Because why they ain't have Pete Maravich, Pistol Pete on it? To me, he was as nice as Jerry West, maybe even nicer. I want to know who even came up with making it Jerry West. I mean, obviously it was the NBA brass, but under what terms? Like under what? What made them go, yo, we gonna make Jerry West the logo guy?
Look into it.
Yeah, we gotta look it up because right now I'm not feeling it. I don't know why, and I think they can make change. It don't have to be Kobe. Like I said, I'm not gonna be biased on Kobe Bryant. I said I would like it to be Kobe Bryant, but if they went Julius Erving, I'm fine with that.
But he was like the ABA. I mean,
he was NBA and NBA. Nigga, you can put Julius in there. He created the dunks in that NBA and all that.
Individual player. That's how it is in baseball, football, hockey.
Humpty, that's the best answer. But I'm going after that. Since they already made it a player, now I'm running with that. But that right there is the best answer. Okay.
I think Wayne Gretzky would have been the NHL logo. If they had an NHL logo, it would had to be Wayne Gretzky.
Right.
You know.
The great one.
Yeah.
The great one. Okay, so any last things before we leave Kobe Bryant, because this basically might be the last show that we mentioned of the two shows in a row.
You know, the morning, I think it was the right thing to do to cancel that Clippers-Laker game. A lot of people said they shouldn't have done it because it would have been a way to move on from it. But
they were even saying Kobe would have liked them to play that game.
Right, a lot of people said that too. But players from other teams were already, like Kyrie sat out, Derrick Rose sat out, CP3 sat out again. If you got players from other teams, from other cities sitting out, LA ain't ready to play yet. So it was. I think that was the right thing to do.
LeBron wasn't ready to play. You couldn't put a gun on LeBron and made him play.
That was the right thing to do. Postpone that game, especially because it's Clippers Lakers. You could reschedule that game and make it easier on the schedule for both teams because there's not really a home away difference.
Right.
They both play in the same building. And Friday they'll play tomorrow. They'll play their first game. So it was right for them to do it. What I don't agree with is them changing the All-Star game format, which came out this morning, and now I guess they're playing 3 quarters, and then the score starts back at 0 in the 4th quarter, and you got a first one to 24.
Right. Bye, Ms. Rose. Thank you for tuning in.
Not sure how that's gonna work.
Right. Humpty got something here. I couldn't get it. Let me see where it is.
He said it was wasn't picked because it was Jerry West. It was picked because it looked nice. It wasn't, Jerry West is great. It was because it captured the NBA as its truest.
Man, that is not enough to not remove that shit. That makes it to me more foul that the NBA ain't trying to move it.
At the time, I could see why they did it though.
No, I can see it, but it's time to move on. And Adam Silver, so much that he's into the brothers, and he, you know, I'm not saying it has to be a brother. Make it Larry Bird, and you know what I'm saying. Make it where another basketball player can have his move or however he looks standing and take that Jerry West shit off.
Iverson or something.
Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying?
Put Iverson on it. But what I don't like how they changed this format of the All-Star game. I would have liked them to do the half the East wears the 8 and the West wears the 24. All right, that's a cool tribute. But it changed the whole overall game of basketball to where now they're playing 21 basically. They're playing. It don't make any sense to me. Now they're saying you can't even bet on the game. I mean, they're taking the lines off because you can't. How can you wait on a game where the game's not even a game anymore? They stopping the game 3 ways. Charities involved. I don't like that part at all. It's gonna.
Now this is an ongoing thing, or just this shit.
They said they're trying it out. It could be a thing where they keep going every year. I mean,
yeah, but they're gonna mess it up for the
for everybody,
for the handicappers.
They're gonna mess it up for the gamblers, especially. That part really makes me mad. That I'm not even gonna watch the game anymore. Like, who want to watch the game?
They never was involved
right,
with that.
But
besides entertainment,
it's a blowout. Like, now, why you want to watch it? Now, it's just that part I'm really not a big fan of at all.
Okay, so any last words to Kobe Bryant?
Rest in peace to him and his daughter and the other 7 on board. And hey, they'll all get through this. I'm sure when the funeral gets by, we'll all be able to get past it, and everyone can start moving on.
Yeah, salute to Kobe B. Bryant. God bless his daughter, the other 7 people, and thank you. I want to say thank you from my perspective and all the fans that are feeling you and like what you did for them, especially the city of LA. They embraced Kobe Bryant, man. He was God over there. Trust me, I went to a few games and I acknowledged it. Everybody had that 24 jersey, that 8 jersey. Yeah. I mean, I'm the only one that had a Magic Johnson jersey over there. I ain't see a Worthy jersey or Kareem jersey, nothing. And he was already retired too, by the way.
Right.
But salute and thank you for everything you've done for us growing up. We learned from you, and you continue to show love, and you continue to try to make people better. Thank you, Kobe Bryant. Now we going to the NFL Super Bowl.
We're going to put Steve Nash on there. He's a Canadian. He makes it even less biased.
Oh, man, look at Greg Williams, my dude right there. 10, 15-year legend. That's what I just said, Suge. I said 20, though. I ain't say 10, 15. I said 20. There's no reason to keep West. So what? That he was the first. What that means? You got to ride that out? No. There's mad other greats. Since you're representing a player, that's how you keep it fair. But if you go logo, just a regular logo, like as a badge, like baseball and football is doing, then that's how you should do it. But the fact that you already spilled the beans on a player, you can't keep that Jerry West. Listen, I like Jerry West, but he don't deserve to keep his shit all throughout forever. Hell no. Hell no. Like I said, he ain't Martin Luther King. Until he Martin Luther King, you tell me a Martin Luther King story, then I say, you know what? Let Jerry West stay on, bro. Or even Malcolm X. Give me a Malcolm X story about him. Then you know what? Leave him on. But let's go to the Super Bowl. Let's go to let's pick up our spirits here. Salute to Kobe Bryant. The line is -1, 1.5 for the Chiefs. The total's 54.5, 55. Mm-hmm. It's the game that should be. This is it. I mean, I kind of picked Lamar Jackson, but I think this is a better matchup because Lamar proved to you if you take away the run, even though he had a great game statistically, but basically...
A lot of it was in garbage time, though.
Yeah, a lot of that was garbage, but a lot of people won't understand that. My point is, they were too one-dimensional. And a lot of people think the Niners are like that, but I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to go a lot of play action, but we're going to get into that in a little while. I think the Chiefs, I think their spirits really built up once the Pats went down. Because even though they beat the Pats the last game they played, but Pats kind of got their number. You know what I'm saying? Kind of got their number. And Andy Reid's number. If you remember, Pats beat Andy Reid with the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
Right.
So I think once the Pats went down, that made Andy Reid feel like, you know what? It's us to go get it.
We got it now. We got it.
Like, he didn't have to be like, oh, we got to still play Belichick and them. No, it's us to go get it. 1.5, 55.5. Reid, 21 seasons, 207 wins, 128 losses, no chips, 14-14 in the playoffs. Your take on what you think about Andy Reid, the mindset going into the Super Bowl game, but no sides yet. Talk to him.
He's hungry. He's been there. He's had a couple pieces of pie.
Right.
And he's, when you taste it, it's like, man,
He only went to one Super
there.
Bowl,
right?
though.
But he's been.
He lost a lot of NFC conference championships.
He's been that close, though. I mean, I wanted him to win that first one. I remember back about 15 years ago.
Thank you, Michael. We appreciate you, brother.
But I just don't.
Holly Hot Wheels.
I just hope his game plan is ready to, just come right. A lot of times these Super Bowls, they start off slow. In a 2-week break, you don't have the same rhythm.
Yeah, a lot of people taking that over. Yeah. That over kind of flew a few points. That might be extremely, not quiet, but I can see it in the 24, 21.
Just early, and then they start playing with more tempo, later. So
when you can't get the over.
Right.
Once they sabotage the over, then you see some offense.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm happy for Andy Reid has this chance because he can definitely put him in the top tier of coaches if he gets this ring.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, now, as far as Shanahan and company, I think it's kind of early. I think they made it here too fast. But like they say, you got to get it while you can get it because this opportunity might not come around again. Mm-hmm. your take on Shanahan.
Yeah, I mean, he was kind of there a few years ago, right?
Excuse me.
So he,
As a coordinator.
right, coordinator, but he was in that big moment,
Right.
And he's not his first. It's not like Cliff Kingsbury or something.
Way to go, Brian. Brian's killing them on the boxes.
Okay.
Way to go, B-boy.
We'll see though what he can do. I like you said, I still think it was kind of quick how they got there. This team was nowhere last few years since Kaepernick really, when he was in his prime. This Niner team hasn't done much, and all of a sudden, boom, they're in the Super Bowl. And that could,
Now, they had the best season, though.
Usually,
they had the best season.
You have to have growing pains. A lot of times, teams have growing pains.
That's what I'm getting at.
So that is scary from a betting standpoint. Taking a team that, hasn't really...
Andy Reid lost his son during the football season. Like, if anybody deserves a chip,
yep,
it's Andy Reid.
So, a lot of times they say, though, a team of destiny. Like, this Niner team could be a team of destiny, or they could just be a team with growing pains. They might hit this hiccup right here and then come back next year and be stronger.
T-Pain, what's up, baby?
I think the Chiefs took
What's up, Julie?
They took that last year, the Chiefs. They had their growing pains last year, losing in the AFC championship game.
They lost a few playoff games before that,
right?
To the New England Patriots.
But with Patrick Mahomes, though, this was
right.
It was good for them. It made them stronger and built them as a team.
That was a very bad loss with all those penalties late.
Yeah,
I mean, they showed that repeat
penalty.
of D4. They showed that about 80 times.
The D4
yesterday.
penalty was one of the
when
worst
he was lined
penalties
up offside
in playoff history. Might be the worst penalty I've ever seen. So, I think both teams will be ready, and I'm looking forward to watching it.
Okay. Statistically, the Niners offensively are ranked number 4, defensively number 2. The Chiefs are ranked number 5 on offense and 18 on defense, right? But this is my thing. Both of them do not give up points. In the red zone, both of them got great red zone defense. They both average, I think the Niners give up 19.8 points a game, the Chiefs even less.
Right.
And you might be like, how is that possible when teams, they stack a lot of yardage against the Chiefs? But that's the thing. They kind of remind me of the Patriots, where they'll give you the yardage, but they cramp up in the red zone. They get field goals up. They Methodists give up field goals and score touchdowns.
Yeah.
My question to you is that philosophy going to work against the Niners, where they're going to give up all this yardage and then shut them down late? As you've been seeing, the 49ers have been getting the ball in the end zone, especially the last 2 playoff games. Now, not via pass. It's a lot of running touchdowns. Breida, Mostert, Tevin Coleman, etc., and Deebo Samuel. But my thing is, can the Chiefs get those stops in the red zone? Because if they do, I think they win this game.
Yeah, I've been saying it since they said the Super Bowl was going to be these two teams. If you stack the box and let Garoppolo's arm beat you, they have a better chance than trying to figure out if you're going to pass or throw. If you just stack the box to stop the run, then Garoppolo's going to have to go at you and win with his arm.
Right.
Kind of like letting Trent Dilfer beat you in the older Super Bowls or something like that. Because obviously the running game is more stronger than what they got. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Emmanuel Sanders and Kittle.
Sanders been quiet too.
Right.
This time going to blow out.
And
Kittle's been quiet because Garoppolo doesn't have to. Yeah, he doesn't have to throw the ball.
So, hey, I mean, I see the advantages and disadvantages on both sides, and it'll be a chess match. So,
do you have a number there on the over on Garoppolo?
No, I don't have it.
All right.
By top of my head, I don't know.
Okay. So now, this is the time where we got to give the people something. This is what we do. First thing first. What do the Chiefs have to do to win this game? Talk to them.
To me, the X factor in this game is them starting off fast.
Can't be down no 10 zip.
Be down
10 zip, 14 zip.
This is not the Titans.
This is not the team.
Or the Texans.
49ers are running right down your throat.
This is a team where you can't start. If you start off fast, if they start off this game up 10-0, 14-0, or 14-7 or something like that, then they're in the driver's seat. They control the tempo. They got the momentum and everything. Of course, things can happen after that. But the number one key for them in this game is starting off fast. Not starting off down 24-0 or starting off down 17-7 like they've been doing in the last 2 playoff games.
Not only that, you're not at home.
Right.
So you ain't got home cooking on top of that. You're in Miami, neutral ball game. So neutral grounds.
So I think to me, that's the key factor for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay, my thing is, for the Chiefs to win, you got to protect, you know what I mean, Pat Mahomes. There's no place like Mahomes. Mm-hmm. You got to protect him. He has to be accurate, stay away from the turnovers. He can't force nothing. He could get away during the regular season with that. Super Bowl, you got the best defense you've seen in a long time. He cannot force anything. Let everything come naturally. They have to sustain some type of running game. It can't be Mahomes and shotgun throwing the ball 98.7% of the times. I mean, they won games like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think they'll win this game like that. I think you give that, what's that coordinator for the Niners, the baldy guy? You give him the ability to get you, and they will get you with the best front line, all number one picks, including D Ford. You're not going to just beat them with the pass. You got to have it where you got to keep them honest to a degree. If they can do that, like if they do draw plays, bootleg Mahomes for 8 yards, flank or reverse, you move the chains like that, that'll work terrifically for Mahomes. And then when he drops back, it ain't like the defense already knows he's going to throw the ball 100%.
Second of
yes, you got to give him something. Now for the Niners, what they got to do to win?
Garoppolo has just an average, above average game. They can win this game.
Right.
He has an above average game. You don't have to be Joe Montana. You don't have to be Steve Young. He just got to play his part and not be the reason they lose. You know what I'm saying? You know, don't sit in the pocket too long where you sack from behind and lose the ball. Field position.
Big Ben.
Field position is gonna be huge.
Screw man, chew.
And just don't do too much. Like you don't have to try to force the ball into double coverage. That kind of stuff right there. To me, if he just plays an above average game, now you don't have to even be above average. A little bit better than average, they can win that game because they have that. They're that
gotta
good.
Give me more than
they're
that.
That good defensively, and they're that good. That's
you gotta give me. I'm telling you to feed me, dog. And you just giving me like a little dollar burrito. I need more than that,
Special
dog.
teams has to be on point.
Yeah, you give me a dollar taco. Get me a burrito, dog. That's not gonna feed me a dollar taco.
Because they're good enough. They're already good enough to win this game. I mean, that is just that to me. That's more important than anything.
But like this, if I was betting 5,000 and you told me that, I'm not listening to you. You gotta give me more.
Garoppolo, you don't have to be Jake Delhomme. Let's just say that.
Right.
Okay? And when the Panthers win the Super Bowl, he can just go out there, have an okay game, and you can win. That to me, that's a good enough strategy. Because the running game, they're gonna get theirs. I think the defense gonna get theirs. So what else is there? Garoppolo.
Look at Tiny Power. Well, this is what I'm expecting for the 49ers. We all know they run the ball better than anybody. Shanahan got more moving parts, more different looks than anybody in the game. He's kind of reinventing the offense in the National Football League. But I still think play action early. Garoppolo is going to hit a lot of people up the middle for yardage.
Okay.
I see 26 yards, 28 yards because KCD is going to cheat up like they did with Derrick Henry. That's why they shut Derrick Henry down. And Tannehill is not no Garoppolo. I mean, they're kind of similar. No, not in accuracy. Not in accuracy. The thing with Jimmy G, they scared to trust him because one thing that's known about Jimmy G is that once you hit him, that it's a wrap. He's a different ball player. But like in the Saints game, they really didn't get to him. I mean, they sacked him, grabbed him by the leg, but he really didn't get punched in the mouth. So he knew he can sit back and he can thread them like he did. He threaded them that day. I'm not saying he's going to threat the Chiefs defense because, you know, Rugland and Kitchens and them, I think they're going to get a little pressure. Jones, I think they're going to get a little pressure. Okay. But if you play action with that monster offense, that monster fullback, Kittle's getting a little clip off the line, that's going to open up the whole middle of the field for your boy Sanders. And what's that other kid, number 84? Bourne, is it?
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Dog, they're going to make big plays. Another bet I want y'all to make, put something small on Garoppolo over on yards. Because I don't think they're going to run all over KC because that's been their method. Just like Derrick Henry's method, they would run. Tennessee ran everybody over in the playoffs. And what happened when KC met them? 69 yards. I think KC is going to stack up the line, and Jimmy G's going to have to shine if the 49ers are going to win this game. He can't have no 6 for 8 shit. Yeah. He can't. He's going to have like something 21 out of 28, 200 plus yards, 2 or 3 touchdowns, 1 pick max. Your take.
Yeah, that's kind of like what I said. A little bit. I mean, the arm of Garoppolo is going to be the key here to this game because...
And defensively, also, they got to contain Pat Mahomes. What I mean by contain... No, let me explain what contain means. Contain doesn't mean stop him.
From it running around?
No. Contain means keep him at like 300 yards or less passing. Maybe let him rush for no more than 32 yards. Don't let him have a huge game where he got 400 and something yards passing, 5 touchdowns, no picks. Stay away from that.
Of course, yeah.
Contain him. Just leave him at his average at best.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? If he has a big game, it's a wrap.
They're good enough to stop him at the average because, I mean, Tyreek Hill and, Sammy Watkins, Travis Kelce,
Hallman,
to me, is the X factor.
Robinson, them guys is deep,
If
man.
Kelsey's eating, it's going to be hard to stop the Chiefs because, I mean...
If they get a running game,
right,
any type of... Even draw plays to, what's his name, Williams, just make it where you make it 2nd and 5. UKC, you want to stay away from 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. You just 49ers, you want to put them in 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9 because now they can unleash that line.
Right.
And they will get to Mahomes if he's at 3rd and 8 the whole game. Chiefs got to make it 3rd and 5, 2nd and 6. That's how they're going to defeat this kind of defense.
B4 said, on the reverse of my start fast third theory, what team do you guys think would be better able to come from behind and win?
Bro, it's got to be KC.
If they're behind,
down.
If the Niners are down big.
Yeah, because now you got to depend on Garoppolo. He's going to throw a couple picks. Garoppolo is going to succeed off KC thinking they're going to run the ball, play action. Mahomes can succeed whatever, play action, just regular drop back. So definitely KC as they've proven in the playoffs. But this is a team you kind of don't want to start that with. But the 49ers, and if they got any running game, and they were up 14-zip, this might be a blowout. This could end up being, and I know I sound crazy, but it could be some 49 Denver Bronco outcome if they get up early and able to run the ball. Because now you're leaving Mahomes back there, and that dude's going to dial it up. He's going to send guys. They're going to pop Mahomes. It might get him out the game. Like you said, Casey has to have a good start so that they could run that whole offense, even with Williams running. And is Shady, is he playing at all?
I don't know. What's going on with
Shit, man. Okay, real quick for the peoples. Who you got?
All right, to me, this is a... I want you to pay attention when I say this. This is a correlated game to me. I think if you like the Chiefs, you play with the over. If you like the 49ers, you play with the under. Because if the Niners win this game...
So you're going behind the bush.
I'm
saying, tell them who you like. And none of that Chief over.
I'm going with it. I'm telling you.
I like what you're doing. No. I like what you're doing.
Telling the people this.
You're hedging your bet. You're hedging your bet right now. You're hedging your bet.
I'm telling what people
don't hedge your bet.
Money. This is what you could do to make money. If you don't want to take my opinion, if you like the Chiefs, take it with the over. Because if they win,
and that's everybody's bet right now, Chiefs and over. Right. So I highly don't recommend that.
If you like the Niners, don't play with the over because they're not scoring no 40, 50 points. The Niners are going to win a grinded out, dirty game. And if their defense is stout, they're going to stop Kansas City, and it'll be a low-scoring game. Now,
and this is why KC got to get up, because I think the Niners could wear them down.
Right, and then it'll be a low-scoring game.
If they get up, Mostert, flanker reverse, Debo, Samuel, Breeder. You said Tevin Coleman's playing, right, with the bad arm and everything, so he's going to be somewhat productive with that cast. Niners will run it down your throat. They even got to run for George Kittle. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? That even the fullback gets some runs.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So you got to get up. You got to take the Niners off that where they could just run it on you like they did through Green Bay. That whole league, they just continue to run it down their throat. Green Bay knew what was coming and still couldn't stop them.
So for me, I'm taking the Chiefs. And I'm
Thank you, Tanya.
I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of Chiefs and over. I don't care if I'm with the whole public, because the only way I see the Chiefs winning is them outscoring and them not stopping.
Right. You know what? To not put you in the spot, because if the Chiefs win and it goes under, then you lose.
Of course.
So just give them a side.
I like the Chiefs, but sprinkle a little bit on the over if you want to make some real money.
Right.
You're welcome.
Well,
I ain't scared like Al. Go ahead.
No, I ain't scared at all. My thing is, I just think it's Andy Reid's time. I really do. I mean, it's just time, man. And I'm just mad that Kareem Hunt ain't in this game.
Yeah, it's
because
his own
Kareem
fault,
Hunt would have gave him a running game.
his own
You know what I
fault.
mean?
He
And
screwed
you
it
know,
up.
but that's they made it to the Super Bowl without him. When he was there, they came up short. But I just think to beat the 49ers, you gotta have a running game. You have to have a running game. Because when the Saints, or not the Saints, the Seahawks beat them that game, one of the games, what's the guy name that got hurt from the Seattle Seahawks? He was kind of new.
Yeah.
Not Poison.
It's a weird
the other guy.
name. It's a weird name.
Yeah. Anyway, Carl something. Anyway, he got big. Carson.
Yeah.
Carson got big. The second game there was no Carson, but they had the other guy Homer. He did good enough, and that's why they was able to play them. Play action. You got to keep them linebackers just for knowing they could just come in on you. You dig what I'm saying? I think Mahomes would do a great job, but they got to get some type of running game. They have to get some type of running game. I think KC will prevail in this game. Shanahan, I think it's too early for him. I think all this is happening too fast for him. Though he was in the chip as a coordinator for the Falcons, I think this is a different ball game. Because when you go from coordinator to being that dude,
Man, right.
it's different. It's different. Now, he still got two. He's going to have 2 Super Bowls under his belt, but it's different. I like the Chiefs to prevail in this game. He likes the Chiefs. Y'all do what y'all need to do.
I'll give you one more nugget of information.
Remember, take Garoppolo over because I think they're going to stack the line, and if they stack the line, he's going to have
I'll
to
give
throw
you
the
one
ball.
more nugget of information on this game. This is a juicy, spicy nugget, too. It's a good one. Andy Reid coming off a bye. It's like, in his career, it's like 19-2, 19-3 or whatever, including that Super Bowl. I think it's 20-3 or whatever. I'm including that bye he had in the first round, in this playoffs. He had a bye coming off to play the Texans.
Right.
Start over. So this is this is a bye here. You had a whole week off. You got 2 weeks to prepare for one team. He's known for being good coming off bye, preparing for the next team. Another reason why I like Andy Reid coming off a bye.
To add on to what you're saying, the defense gets to rest
Of course.
against a bully type offense. Mm-hmm. You have to be
100%.
prepared. Yeah, you can't be like you played last week and the other team beat you up.
Right.
A lot of them are healing with these new things they got now where, you know, they put you in this ice tub and they got these ladies that massage you. They got machines. They got some over-the-counter whatever pills that are legal. There's so many things to do to get your body right for a 2-week rest. But what it will make them is that they probably will become where like they're not going to be as sharp because of the week off, kind of what Baltimore looked like early.
Slow, right.
So, all right, so that's your pick there. Be giving out the Chiefs for the Super Bowl. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Don't drink and drive. I'm telling y'all, take Uber, Lyft, take a cab. I do not want to hear no other sad stories that somebody went to the Super Bowl and died. He was drinking and driving. Y'all got to maintain yourself because it's crazy out here, y'all. And real quick, we're going to go to the NBA before we close the show. Indiana Pacers, who are number 2 in their division, 10.5 games behind the Milwaukee Bucks. 5th in the conference, 10.5 games also behind the Milwaukee Bucks. Had gotten their main player in Victor Oladipo. Your take before we close out this show on Victor Oladipo coming on to the Pacers at this time of the year, and he looks sharp. Talk to him.
It'll be a good dark horse candidate in the East now because right now it looks like nobody beating the Bucks. They look unstoppable. They look better than any team in the West. They playing out of control. Even without Giannis, they winning games by 30, 20 points like they did on the night.
You sold on them?
I'm sold on them to win the East.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm not sold on them to win it all.
No, I'm not. Just to win the East.
I don't think they have enough firepower.
This will give another contender to give the Bucks problems in the East because right now there's not really much besides Philly, maybe Boston, maybe Miami. But at least now this will throw the Pacers in the they're a much better team because they've already
Pacers
built
a tough
all
out.
Yeah.
They're going to be a tough out.
They've already built all this rapport without.
Yeah, Sabonis is balling.
Yeah.
You know, Brogdon is balling. You know, and these guys are going to be a tough out there. And I like this because it makes it more fun in the Eastern Conference.
It's not. It's right now. It's pretty boring. It just looks like Bucks against whoever comes out the West.
Yeah, I mean, Sixers are fun to watch. Sixers at any moment could beat anybody. We know that.
7-game series.
You know what I mean? Like Sixers, that's what they're looking at. Mm-hmm. But the only thing, the Sixers can't fall down too deep where they gotta have to be on the road on every series. They want to at least have one home series. And right now, the way it's looking, the Sixers are 6, so they're going to be at number 3 which is Miami, it's gonna be too tough for the Sixers to get to the chip if they started off this way.
You gotta get up in the
you got to get up. Indiana, I think, will probably close out about 4, which
about right.
4 would give you a home series.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But against number 5. But my thing is Victor Oladipo will make. He's an all-star, great player out of Indiana. Will make the Indiana Pacers a lot better, man. And any last things you want to say before we keep it moving, man?
No, that's it. Just enjoy the game this Sunday. Big game, big weekend. Last football game of the year, so y'all cherish it, because you know when we get in that drought in April, May, June, waiting for football to start back up, we're gonna be hurting. So
and let them know about the free picks every Thursday. How we gonna do it?
We're gonna start doing basketball here coming up. And March Madness gonna be here before we even know it. It's gonna be March Madness time, and then we'll keep on giving y'all the winners. Y'all already know how it is with us. Keep it 100 raw truth all day. Gun to the head, we're gonna give you what we think gonna happen.
Yeah, we was only 55%, but that's winning.
Still winning.
The teasers were 80%. So those who be like, yo, the teasers cost more, how you up 80%? You do the math on that. We're giving out free picks. All you got to do is tune in. We're not running no game. The picks is 3 days before the games. Basketball might be that night because basketball is like every day. We always give the plays way before the game, so there's no questioning us. We lying. It's all in the videos. Y'all can backtrack. Every game we give out, we say it at the end of the show. Take advantage of the free picks. Utilize the homework we do for you guys for free. But we need y'all to tune in. And thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. Salute to Kobe Bryant, his family, the other families that went down. Salute, man. God bless everybody, man. With that, be safe on Sunday night. Don't drink and drive. Love.